Hello Libra, this is Lisa Marie here to give you your tarot reading, tarot and oracle card reading for January 2025. And just so you know that this is a general reading, so some of it may resonate, some of it may not. Just hang on to what resonates, and what doesn't resonate, just let it go. If you want your own personal reading, we can talk about that at the end of the video. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get started. I have drawn 3 oracle cards and 3 tarot cards for you. And I can tell you right now that the big thing for 2025 is all about transformation. Several months ago, I was in meditation, and my spirit guides were telling me that that's what's happening in 2025. A lot of people, their energy is going to be shifting, their vibration is going to be raising to a higher frequency, and there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to get that, but there are people that are going through this transformation. And I feel like for many of you, Libra, that you are going through this transformation. Libras are all about balance, find, the scale of balance. And so your first card here is coming apart. And so when we're going through transformation, like many people are, like I had a client call me at 8:30 last night, and she had to pull over on the side of the road because she's just crying. You're gonna feel some depression because you're being pulled away from things that have the toxic energy that has conditioned you to live on this planet. I always tell my clients that I'm actually writing a book. It's called Welcome to the Fucking World. It's almost finished and will be out hopefully by the end of January. But in the book, it talks about removing the conditions, things that we have been conditioned to. And I compare it to mob movies, which I love to watch. I don't know why, but I do. And, in the mob movies, the way that they kill us or kill somebody is that they either beat them to death or they shoot them, but they tie a cement block around them and toss them in the ocean. And it's my belief that when we die, when we're born, when we're born onto this planet, it's very much like coming to a death, where we have that cement block tied around us and we're tossed into the ocean. This planet is the bottom of the ocean, and we're the only ones that have the ability to release that cement block away from us so that we can rise our frequency to a higher vibration. But it's hard because when as we're growing up, we have life experiences, we have thoughts, beliefs, and that are traditional behaviors, habits that we grew up from, learning from our parents, but also life experiences as well that has conditioned us to believe or behave certain ways on this planet. And so I feel like one of your cards, your tarot card, is the High Priestess. And I feel like many of you are beginning to move towards the transformation. And that's why we've got the coming apart. It's a lot of thought as to what it is that you're trying to heal from, as your higher divine, that your High Priestess is trying to move you to a higher frequency, raising your vibration. And so sometimes it can be scary because you're so used to being conditioned in certain ways, even though it's been toxic to you. But that's what you're used to, I remember when I was on the fence about going back to the Christian church, I knew that it was toxic for me. It wasn't the best place for me to be, but that's what I knew, and then other things began to happen and I just completely walked away. But so, it left me in a place where I was kind of sad and I wasn't really sure about where to go to next, what I needed to do to help my own personal growth, spiritually, emotionally, um, and so I feel like that's where you're at right now. And again, Libras are about balance. So you're trying to find some balance somewhere in your life, and this is like where you feel like you're coming apart, because it's like you kind of know, you know, you're used to a certain way of life or certain thoughts, beliefs, behaviors, even though you know they're toxic, and you know you got to make a change, but it's like, how do you make the change? Excuse me. Or what do you do next? And so that's what this reading is all about. You know, you have the Knight of Swords. You know, swords is conflict. I feel like there's been a lot of conflict in your life, where you've been trying to find balance all your life. And it's like you, a lot of times you go charging into some sort of conflict thinking that your way is like the only way, and it's gonna, you know, work out this however you want it to work out. But yet there's been like a lot of uh, damage to your vision, your of having clarity in the situation due to the way that you've been conditioned. So what you're being called to do is to just stop and listen to your high priestess, because she is there. That is your higher divine, that little voice that you hear in your mind. The red flag, you know, listen to the red flags. That's your higher divine, your high priestess talking to you. So start listening to your intuition. You're called to do that. And the reason why your life has been out of balance for a long time is because you haven't follow the instructions of the higher divine, your high priestess. She's the one that has actually, she has a blueprint to your life. And so when you hear that voice, or you get that feeling in your gut, your intuition, you've got to listen to it, because they're helping you with the blueprint to your life. Um, we have the opal. Opal is your angel. Uh-huh. And it says here, your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. So, you know, a lot of times when I get this card drawn for somebody, not really sure what to make of it. Again, this is a general reading. So there could be some sort of a loss with a child, um, or there could be also a child that is here presently on this planet that maybe is troubled, and you worry a lot about them. You pray a lot for them. And this card is telling you that your prayers are being answered, and you have to understand that their life journey is, we all have a past life, and we bring a lot of that karmic energy from that past life with us into this lifetime. And there are things that have to happen in our lives to help us clear out some of that karmic energy so that we can grow on a higher frequency. So you have to trust that the universe and the angels are taking care of your child in that way. And for many, something just came. I just had a friend who had a miscarriage, and so something just came to me about some of you that just may be experiencing a miscarriage, or something to do with a child that didn't live very long. In regards to miscarriages, I truly believe that you know, we recycle. You know, we're infinite. Life is infinite, and when we die, we go back, you know, to our souls. We make soul agreements with other souls to come back on this planet and experience some of that. We bring that karmic energy with us and have experiences so that we can learn and grow. if you had a miscarriage or lost a child at a very early age, or even at a later age, that that child, that spirit, just they were tired. They weren't ready to move forward. Maybe they thought they were ready to come back onto this planet and start over again. And they started making their way, and they were like, not ready yet. And it's okay. The universe will bless you abundantly in many other ways. So I feel like that also could be a part of the coming apart. Just some sadness with that, but you really have to learn to trust your higher divine and what the universe is trying to tell you. I had a friend of mine that explained to me one time that he was here, and I live in Charleston, South Carolina, and he and his wife were here with her family, and they got a place out at one of the islands, Kiowa Island, and they had gone shopping all day long, and he had a little boy who was like 2 years old, and they had him in the stroller. They were shopping, and all of a sudden, like towards the middle of the day, the child became incoherent. It was like he had passed out or something happened, and they rushed him to the emergency room. And there was a particular doctor that happened to be at that hospital at that time. This doctor was retired, so he wasn't working anymore, but for some reason he was at the hospital, and he read this the son's chart. And he went to my friend and his wife and said, "Bring me your son." And this doctor rocked the child and talked to him. And when my friend was telling me this story, I mean, I knew immediately what was going on. And I told him, I said, "Your son was about to check out. He wasn't ready, for what was to come in his life. But that doctor was the angels, God, whoever, sent that retired doctor that day to sit and talk to that child and have a conversation with his spirit and with the child, and just talking to him and helping him to understand why he needed to stay on this planet." I said, "Otherwise, yeah, your child would have died." So you gotta just trust the universe on these situations. So that's all I can say about that. I have 2 children. I don't know what it's like to lose them. They're both great kids, no trouble, no drugs. They've never been in any trouble. They're a little rebellious, but that's typical. But also, I want to tell you that your flower card is the Banksia. That's how you say it. New beginnings. This is all about new beginnings. Take this opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. And again, this is the High Priestess. So I feel like you're really, you're one of those people that's going through this transformation. And the Page of Cups. Cups is about healing, and you haven't quite grasped how to heal from whatever situation that you're in that's kept you trapped on this planet, kept you from keeping you from raising your vibration to a higher frequency. So I think that within time, like I said, Rome was not built in a day. You have to do this in baby steps. You have to spend time being alone and talking to the universe, talking to your angels and spirit guides, asking them for help to help you heal and move forward. And it will come in little tiny baby steps if you set your intentions for healing. Now, if you want your own personal reading, again, this was a general reading, But I hope you find this reading to be very enlightening and encouraging. And if you'd like your own personal reading, all you have to do is go down to the box below, and it has my website. You go to my website, and if you have any questions or anything, just please text me or get in touch with me, and we'll talk. I hope you enjoyed this video, like I said, and if you would like to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. You'll get a notice when I put something out. But I hope you have a wonderful new year, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.